Two new captains, two new faces. Sean O'Brien leads Ireland for the first time. His Leinster teammate Jack Conan makes his international debut alongside him. And the back row is completed by Chris Henry, a replacement last week, who starts for the first time since heart surgery. There are 14 changes in all from the original selection in Cardiff. Only tight head Mike Ross began in the win over Wales last Saturday. Scotland and Glasgow's Pro 12 winning scrum half Henry Pyrgos is their new captain. Greg Tonks is included at half for the first time since switching from full back. Rory Jackson goes the other way with a debut start at 15. Centre Richie Vernon will become the first Scot to have played in both forwards and backs since 1878. Fraser Brown is in after 8 appearances as a replacement, and 22-year-old New Zealand-born Hugh Blake at 7 is Scotland's new cap. Paul O'Connell and Nathan White are involved in the warm-up series for the first time. Strauss, Murphy, Redden and Jackson were all of the starting 15 in Cardiff. Scotland's replacements feature the as-yet uncapped Glasgow tight head Mike Cusack, flanker John Barclay, who last featured almost 2 years ago, and the exciting scrum half Sam Hidalgo-Klein. This is where the referee came in. Pascal Gauzer's Six Nations campaign began 2011 as a touch judge when Ireland beat Scotland at Murrayfield. He's in charge today. Immediately Simon Zebo's on the ball for Ireland. And Boss hoisted the kick. Luke Fitzgerald tried to get underneath it. And Boss has it knocked from his hand. And knock-on advantage being played to Ireland. And finally it's out on the Irish side. Dan Toohey in possession momentarily, and then it's back on the dancing feet of Ian Madigan. And Ireland now attempting to break free. Fitzgerald finally brought to ground, and Ireland get the penalty. Ralph Keys.
Well, what a day for the debuts. Conan and maybe Nathan White off the bench as Ireland take the quick tap and move it wide immediately.
Boss to pick it out. A little bit of a misplaced pass means Madigan has to make some room and offer a kick ahead. It was very nearly something for Tommy Bowe. But he appears to have injured himself in that challenge, and Scotland have hands on the ball for the very first time. Fraser Brown. This one to test Zebo, who stood his ground and took it well. And Boss fired out for the battering ram. Boss's kick over the top. Scotland's team marginally less experienced than the Irish lineup, but this of course is about checking out the personnel for potential places in the squad that will make it to the World Cup. Untidiness not surprising. Scotland get the scrum.
Well, George, Isaac Boss asking a lot of Tommy, who had 9 seconds into the match, got injured, and immediately Boss put up another Gary-On for him to chase. He's a bit gingerly getting back to his feet. But both sides looking for the box kick to exploit defensive weaknesses.
It's Toner, and now it's Chris Henry breaking free from the tail of that line out. Boss. Oh. No way through on this occasion. Try it with Dave Kilcoyne. Boss. Henry in to clear out. Boss once again through the hands of Madigan. Ireland edging ever closer. Boss. Kilcoyne. That's the Scottish 5-metre line. And the view from behind the posts as Ireland take it further still. Isaac Boss. Madigan. Back inside again. Ever closer. Ireland drive towards that Scottish line. Boss. Almost there. Henry just stopped up, helped over by Kilcoyne, trying. First blood Ireland. Chris Henry. Welcome return to the starting 15 after that scare, that stroke, that heart operation. Now he's back.
Well, Chris Henry back with a bang, but it was solid line-out play here from Devin Toner. But from here on in, it was all about the power of the ball carriers. Dynamic ball carriers throughout the park. Kilcoyne, Cronin, et al. And the accuracy of the passing, the patience to keep the recycling going. And at no stage was the $1 million pass attempted. It was good work rate, solid, and in the end Chris Henry burrows his way under, and the referee giving no hesitation whatsoever, no going to the TMO. He saw it clearly, and Ireland off to a great start, but great play from the team across the board, resulting in Henry's reward.
Sweetly struck, and all the way home. Ireland 7, Scotland 0. In from Pyrgos. And Ireland drive on to make it awkward for the Scots, and they're forcing a knock forward. Front row get the plaudits. Kilcoyne and Cronin. Ireland with another scrum.
Well, it's great work from the Irish pack again, and particularly the front row. Good set, good body positions, and just driving into Scotland, forcing the turnover.
Fine. Set.
Rock solid. Boss from Madigan. Off goes Tommy Bowe. And collects it. I do love that. Now Zebo. Peter Horn held on. Boss. Jack Conan, the new cap. Boss, Madigan, Henry, Payne, away they go. O'Brien, Tommy Bowe. The ball is out.
Well, a bit unlucky here. Ireland moving the ball well, kicking to retain possession, and none better than Tommy Bowe to get up there and reclaim it. How often has he done it? But it's the movement off the ball from this where Ireland move it wide. A bit unlucky in the end, but Zebo the threat always, and Tommy Bowe on the wing.
Back on the Irish side once more. Darcy, Bowe. It's
The player.
obstruction and penalty to Scotland. Devin Toner has a total of 5 wins in the line-out so far, and certainly proving the difference in that area for Ireland. When you're that tall and you can jump. This time it's David Denton takes it for Scotland. A rare chance for them to try and get the three-quarter line moving. It's Richie Vernon teaming up with a couple of members of the back row union. Blair Cowan. Cowan's strength taking him on, and it's there for Scotland. Pyrgos just became a bit untidy in their positioning. There was nowhere for him to go. Now it's better. Cowan brought back in again by Tim Visser. Gilchrist clearing out. Fraser Brown. Pyrgos. Denton. Rahman. Scotland inching closer. David Denton. Pyrgos, Tonks. Jim Hamilton. Pyrgos. Scotland with a bit of a wind up now. Denton brushed aside the challenge there of Mike Ross. Fired out towards Jackson, and they're almost there, and Cowan's in. And Scotland score in the corner. The London Irish flanker Blair Cowan.
Well, it's good build-up play from Scotland here, and at the heart of it all throughout the movement was Denton, the number 8, who punched the holes time and time again. Here you see him take it up, being scragged but getting behind the goal and keeping the momentum on the forward foot for Scotland. And to be fair, they worked this very well. Again, Denton takes it on. Ross doing everything, even a half a trip there to try and stop him in his tracks. It didn't work, and good hands here from Jackson and Vernon to put Cowan in.
They had the man over the end. Richie Vernon with the scoring pass, and Blair Cowan with a dive into the corner now. Fabulous try for Scotland, and here's the conversion from Peter Horne, and that's a great kick. That's them all level. Ireland 7, Scotland 7. What a kick. Line out to Ireland. And it's Chris Henry breaking free. Ross knocked forward there by Fitzgerald. Scotland might take advantage here. Horne. Now it's Rory Jackson. Little show and go. Pyrgos. Denton. Scotland tails up after that score. Short side move. Nowhere for Vernon to go, but the ball came out untidily, so Brown playing scrum half. Gilchrist. And Pyrgos. And Tonks. And this is taken on by Ryan Grant. Great running again by Jackson. But a referee had spotted an earlier infringement. Scotland have a penalty back in the Irish 10-metre line.
Well, they've taken maximum advantage of the turnover there from Fitzgerald, gone the length of the park, got the penalty reward. Will they, well, top it over and try and take a lead in at half-time, which would be perhaps somewhat against the run of play, but certainly not what the script that Ireland would have expected playing at home.
Left-footed kicker. He stumped that wide of the mark. So it's still 7 points apiece. Relief for Ireland on the back foot in the latter stages of this first half. And Ireland attempted to run one last attack. Zebo for Fitzgerald. And Fitzgerald will back himself for pace. Payne trying to get there too. But Vissers across with the saving kick for Scotland. Cronin's throw. Less than orthodox perhaps in the way that it was dealt with. Jack Cronin taking it like a goalkeeper.
More form, blue ball.
But time for no more. End of the first half. Ireland with a bright beginning, but the second quarter belonged to Scotland. A try apiece, each converted, so they're in at half-time all square. Ireland 7, Scotland 7. Second half, right after the break.